The first rays of the morning sun spread across a peaceful Nigerian village. Birds sang happily as families prepared to begin a new day. Everyone was busy, but one family was about to learn an important lesson. In one neat compound lived the Adeyemi family. Father worked as a carpenter, mother managed the home with care, 14-year-old Ton loved football, while his 12-year-old sister Amora quietly helped with every household chore. Before breakfast, Amora swept the compound, fetched clean water, washed the dishes, and arranged the sitting room. She worked quietly with a cheerful heart. While Amora walked from one chore to another, Ton laughed with his friends outside. He kicked his football happily without thinking about helping at home. Mother gently called, "Ton, please help your sister carry the water into the kitchen." Ton answered without looking back, "That is girls' work." Amora lowered her head for a moment. She wished her brother would understand that keeping a home clean is everyone's responsibility. Later that afternoon, Father returned from work carrying his toolbox. He immediately noticed that Amora looked tired while Ton continued playing. Father said nothing. Instead, he quietly watched everything happening around the house, thinking carefully before speaking. As evening came, the delicious smell of jollof rice filled the air. The whole family gathered around the dining table to eat together. Before anyone touched the food, Father smiled kindly and asked, "Who believes that house chores belong only to girls?" The room became completely quiet. No one answered Father's question. Ton slowly looked down at his plate, while Amora remained quiet. Mother smiled gently, knowing an important lesson was about to begin. Father looked at everyone with kindness. A home becomes happy when every member helps. Strength is not shown by avoiding work. Strength is shown by serving one another. Ton shook his head gently. "But Daddy, everyone says girls should do the house chores." Father simply smiled. Father nodded. "Tomorrow is Saturday. I have a special assignment for you." Ton smiled confidently, wondering what it could be. The next morning arrived with bright sunshine. Birds sang once again as the village slowly came alive. Father handed Ton a neatly written list. "Today, you will do every household chore your sister normally does." Ton's confident smile slowly disappeared. Ton picked up the broom and began sweeping the compound. After only a few minutes, he realized the work required patience and effort. Next, Father asked him to fetch water from the community borehole. Carrying 2 full buckets back home was much harder than Ton had imagined. After carrying the water, Ton washed every plate and cooking pot. His hands became tired, but he continued without complaining. As the morning continued, Ton looked at his sister with new respect. Quietly, he smiled and said, "Amora, I never knew you worked this hard every single day." Amora smiled warmly. From that moment, Ton did not wait to be told what to do. He picked up another broom and stood beside Amora. Together, they finished the remaining chores with cheerful hearts. As they worked side by side, Ton and Amora laughed together. The chores that once felt heavy now became easier because they were helping each other. Father watched quietly from the veranda. A proud smile spread across his face because he could already see a positive change in his son. Just then, Ton's friends arrived with a football. "Ton, come and play with us." They were surprised to see him washing the family car with his sister. One of the boys laughed gently. "Ton, why are you doing house chores? Isn't that only for girls?" Everyone waited for his answer. Ton smiled with confidence. "A clean home belongs to everyone in the family. If we all enjoy living here, we should all help take care of it." His friends became thoughtful. The boys looked at one another. One after another, they nodded in agreement. Maybe they had been thinking about house chores the wrong way all along. Without anyone asking, the boys picked up brooms and helped sweep the compound. Soon, laughter filled the air as everyone worked together. Neighbors passing by smiled as they watched the boys helping with the household chores. The simple act of teamwork inspired many families throughout the village. That evening, the Adeyemi family sat together under the cool evening sky. Everyone smiled because the home felt happier, not because the chores had disappeared, but because everyone shared the responsibility. On Monday morning, Tond and Amora walked happily to school together. Their teacher noticed something different. Both children wore bright smiles and greeted everyone with kindness. During class, the teacher asked everyone to share something they had learned over the weekend. Tond stood up confidently and told his classmates how helping at home had changed his thinking. The classroom became very quiet. Then the teacher smiled and said, "A happy family is built when everyone helps with love and respect." The students nodded in agreement. The school announced a special activity called Helping Hands Week. Every student was encouraged to help with simple household chores at home and share their experiences with the class. Throughout the week, boys and girls worked together with their parents. Homes became cleaner, chores became easier, and families spent more time smiling together. By the weekend, people across the village noticed the wonderful change. Everyone appreciated the spirit of cooperation and kindness growing among the families. That evening, Father gathered the family together. He smiled proudly and said, "Helping one another is one of the greatest ways to show love." Everyone smiled. Tond looked at his sister. "I promise we will always help each other." Amora smiled brightly and shook his hand. The Adeyemi family discovered that sharing responsibilities made everyone feel respected, valued, and happy. Their home became filled with laughter, peace, and love every day. From that day forward, the people of the village remembered one simple truth. House chores are not for a girl child alone. Every member of the family can help build a happy home through love, kindness, and teamwork. Moral of the story: a happy home is built when every member of the family shares responsibilities with love, respect, and kindness. House chores are not for a girl child alone, they are a shared responsibility that strengthens families and communities.